So let's start with the drums. Tanner played this groove that doesn't really have much of a pattern. He kind of just played what he felt. And I love it because as a result, you sort of get this natural progression and variation throughout the song, even within the same section. So let's just listen to those a little bit. Yeah, great drum sounds. At the end here, I think is the only time in the song where you get the ride cymbal. Yeah, so with the bass on top of that, in the verses, Zach is playing a Moog Sub-Fatty synth bass. And he dialed in this really bouncy, bubbly tone that really just captures the essence of the song. And then in the chorus, he switches to regular electric bass, which creates a nice sort of dichotomy between the sections. Now, with the drums. And then in the verse here. Yeah, Zach plays a really nice bass fill leading into the final double chorus here. It just makes me smile every time I hear it. Let's hear that by itself. Okay, moving on to percussion. I think Nick is kind of the unspoken hero of this track with all the percussion that he layered. He just did such a great job of layering so many parts that lock together really nicely to create this overall great feeling percussion groove. They kind of come in and out throughout the song, but in the final chorus you can hear them all together. Here's that. Yeah, that with the drums and bass. Kind of like a drum circle at a campfire vibe, but very well done. I could live in that percussion loop forever. I love it. All right, moving on to guitars. For the guitars, the theme throughout is kind of me doubling the bass line on guitar and Justin playing like a funky single coil thin sound on top, both in the chorus and the verse. Let's check that out. Here's the verse right now. And the chorus. Yeah, so for the bridge, Justin and I, when we were writing this song, we were trying to find the perfect guitar parts for the bridge, and we looped the whole section for at least an hour. And we both had our guitars in our hands, and we just lived in that loop. And I don't know if we said a word to each other. We just slowly started to kind of focus in on this part that is interlocking between the two of us. And it's called a musical hocket. And a hocket is a melody or a part that's split between two or more voices, and playing in one voice corresponds with resting in the other. And here it's that part by itself. I kind of pan the guitars left and right so you can hear it bouncing around your ears as you listen. And then once that is introduced, in every chorus for the rest of the song, that comes back. Towards the end, you've got them all happening. So let's talk about the keys now. Will played this funky clav part that you can hear very clearly in the intro on its own, and halfway through that intro, well, actually right when the full band kicks in the first verse, we added another layer of the same part, but it's kind of like a shitty computer MIDI keyboard sound that Justin originally used when we made the demo for this song. And we just really liked the attack that it gave to the part, and the way it made the whole song feel when it was present, so we layered that in. You could hear it come in here. Yeah, and that kind of goes throughout the whole song and grows and gets bigger as it goes on. And that's sort of like the heartbeat of the song. It's almost always there. So now let's talk about the horns. The horn, actually, wait, before we do that, in the sound effects group here, we have another layer of keys that we added. We call that layer the dolphin sex layer, for obvious reasons, of course. Yeah, so in the horns, we were fortunate enough to work with some incredible players. And we had the pleasure of having Maurice Brown and Chelsea Baratz on our track. And they're known for working with so many famous artists, from Anderson .Paak and the Free Nationals to John Legend and so many more. They are amazing, world-class players, and they really brought this track to life. I believe it's trumpet, trombone, and saxophone that you can hear. So that's in the choruses. And then they have this big interlude. Yeah, so that's really fun. At the end, they have a bunch of stuff layered. All right, now let's talk about the vocals, finally. In the verses, we have Justin and Nick singing in unison, but Justin is singing an octave above him, creating this nice effect here.
Profiles in post. Who is it that you want to see?
Yeah, it really thickens it out nicely. And then in the choruses here, we have a 3-part harmony with Justin, Nick, and myself that's double tracked, so it's a nice big wall of thick vocals.
Fame, fortune and fashion, so don't hold your breath. But don't hold your breath. And if it changes how you are acting, you're gonna lose yourself. You're gonna lose yourself. It's all fame, fortune and fashion. So don't hold your breath. And if it changes.
And at the very end here, we wanted to do just dry vocals to end the song, so you can hear all the effects die down.
You're gonna lose yourself.
Yeah, so that's basically it. Just a little glimpse into all the different parts of this song and how it all came together. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you for the next one.